Okay, welcome to Lesson 3, White Tiger Kenpo Orange Belt. In this lesson we're going to go over grasping talon and tackle technique A through D, and grasping talon has variations A and B. For those that are familiar with the Tracy system of Kenpo, grasping talon is going to be totally different than what you're thinking of, and tackle technique will pretty much be identical. So let's bow in and we'll get started. Okay, the first technique we're going to look at is grasping talon. This is for a straight arm wrist grab. So if someone comes up and grabs, as we've always explained, you want to pin. Now we're not grabbing the hand, all we're doing is checking it just to make sure if it moves or goes away, we're aware of what's going on. So we're going to pin the hand. Now the first move we're going to work on is just the pin and bring the hand up so that it's almost like you're looking in a mirror with your palm. Okay? So as soon as they grab, we pin and bring the hand up. Your elbow's just below your shoulder and the palm is right in front of your face. Like I said, it's just like you're looking in a mirror. So pin and up. Okay? And what this is going to do is this is going to get their hand into a position that we need to get the Z lock in. Now from our mirror position, we're going to rotate the hand over so that the knife edge is now pointing towards the wrist. So the fingers are wrapped around here. Okay, now we don't want this knife edge way out on the forearm. We want it right there on the wrist. Okay, so as we come up and grab, just rotate that hand so that it's right on the wrist. Okay, and then we're going to grab. Okay, so let's just take it that far. So we're going to pin, hand comes up, rotate clockwise into a knife edge position, push in slightly so that you can get the elbow level. You don't want it way out because then the lock really won't work. You'll be way down here still trying to get that reaction you're looking for, and if you're too far in, you're going to have the same problem. You want a nice even Z. Okay, elbow is level with the shoulder and the wrist and the fingers are pointed towards you. So pin, up, rotate, and push in slightly just to get that Z notice. Okay, so from here, let's do it at this angle. Pin, hand up, rotate, push in slightly, then we're going to counter grab. Now from the counter grab, now this is where the lock takes place. You're going to push slightly down on that wrist, keeping that Z in, and that's going to put pressure on the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder, and it's going to cause them to go down. Now if you're practicing with a partner, be careful because they go down a lot quicker than you think they will, especially if you have the lock on correctly. So pin, up, in, grab, now we're going to bring it right down, and you're going to bring your knee into their face. Now practice hitting your hand with your knee. This is going to cause your body to remember that motion, and the knee will continue to go until it comes into contact with something. You want to build that muscle memory. If you just stop halfway or wherever you think that face might be in the air, then when it comes time for an actual attack, that's what your knee is going to do because that's what it knows best. So always until your hand slaps. Now for the partners that are doing this and helping out, put your hand in front of the face to give them a target to hit without it being your face. Okay? So, pin, hand up into the mirror or looking glass, turn into a knife edge, push it in slightly, grab, and come straight down to your belt. You don't need to do anything else, okay? Just come straight down to your belt, and at the same time, bring your knee straight up. They're going to come down, the chin's going to come out, and the two will collide. Okay, pin, up, in, grab, down. Okay? From this angle, grasping talon A. Once you do A, then B is just two more steps after that. So, pin, hand comes up, knife edge, push in, grab, knee to face. Okay. Last time we'll do it from this angle. Pin, knife edge, and bring the hand up. Make sure the palm is right where your face is, just like you were looking in a mirror, okay? You don't want it too low or too high because then your lock's not going to work like you expect it to. In, knife edge, slightly in, grab, knee up, as you bring the hand down to your belt. Now the B version, we're just going to take this one step farther. We're going to start at an angle so it's easier for you to see. We start off just like we did before. Pin, hand, in, grab, knee. But now, instead of planting our knee down, what we're going to do is we're going to knee the face and we're going to step back slightly with our right foot to the 6 o'clock position. So, 1, 2, 3, step back. Now from here, we're going to take our left hand and heel palm that elbow. Remember, the elbow's in a Z mode, so we're going to come right underneath it, right here, with our heel palm. And you're going to shove that elbow right into their face. At the same time, you're going to pivot to face 6 o'clock. Okay, so let's just do that part again. We're up to the knee. Step back. Elbow, okay? Shove it into their face. At the same time, rotate to face 6 o'clock. Now, your opponent should be face down right here. From this point, you're going to slide your right foot slightly in closer to their arm, and you're going to drop your left knee onto their shoulder. That's going to create a standing arm bar. And then you can just press down on the bent fingers for added pressure. If done correctly, they shouldn't be able to move from that. You can even pull the head and do further damage. Okay, again, for the B version, pin, up, in, grab, knee, right foot steps back to 6, left heel palm to the elbow, coming up and underneath it, shoving it into your opponent's face as you pivot at the same time, facing 6 o'clock. Your opponent should be right here. Slightly adjust your right foot to come up next to their arm and drop your left knee into their shoulder to pin that arm down. Okay, last time. Pin, up, in, grab, knee, step back right, left heel palm as you shove it into their face, pivot, adjust as you drop your knee into their shoulder, and you have a standing arm bar. Okay? That's grasping talon A and B. B is just a continuation of A with a takedown. Your next technique we're going to look at is called tackle technique A, B, C, and D. As with most of the variations in this belt, they're all basically the same. We're just going to change the strike. So once you get the concept down, you just got to remember what strike goes with what variation. Okay, so A and B, we got running attackers. We got someone that's actually coming at a distance, their arms are out, and they're getting ready to wrap around you. Now, first thing we want to do is we don't want to stand here and be a huge target. And it's going to be really hard to get our stability. If we get hit, we're more likely to go down. So we're going to drop our stance into a side horse stance or a fighting stance, depending on which way you prefer to do it, so that we have a good solid base if we do have to take a hit. It'll be much harder for them to take us down. Now, we don't want to pivot into a soft bow because that'll be easier for them to take us down. So as they come in at us on A and B, we're going to grab the hair and we're going to step back to a soft bow. And then on the A version, we're going to bring our right hand up high and we're going to hammer fist the top spine, right there at the top, that big vertebrae that sticks out. Okay, so the A version, grab, step back to soft bow, right hand cocked high, strike through your opponent and to your other leg. Okay, I don't want to see the hand bounce or stop halfway down. I want it all the way through until that arm really can't go much further. Okay, let's do A again. Grab, soft bow, back to your fighting stance as you strike. They strike from this angle. As they come in, we're going to grab and strike. Okay, be a little better from here. So we're going to grab them. This is one move. You want to get down to where you can just do this in one move. Okay, so from 1, 2. And as they're coming forward, we're just going to pivot with them and throw that strike to the top of the spine. Okay, last time for tackle technique A. Grab, soft bow, hand high, hammer fist the back on the top vertebrae. The B version, same thing, except now instead of doing a hammer fist, we're going to chop the back of the neck. So same motion. one hand here, just instead of a hammer fist, we're going to have an open chop and strike the back of the neck as we go to a soft bow stance. Okay? 1, 2. Okay? From this angle, step back left to 6, right hand high, left hand's grabbing the hair. As they're coming for us, we're going to come with them and strike with a knife edge chop to the back of the neck. Okay, again from here, grab and strike. Okay, so A, hammer fist, B, chop. Now, does it matter if you mix these two up when you're testing? No, as long as you got all 4 variations in there. I'm not going to ding someone because they mixed up one for A and one for B, because it really doesn't matter as long as you know what you're striking and your targeting is. Okay, the C version. Now C and D, they're a little closer. C, they're pretty much on top of you, but they're not yet touching you. So they're just going to be a quick jump on you. So what we're going to do at this point is we're just going to grab the hair, and at the same time we pop the ears, or if we can just grab the hair and cradle and crush. Okay, now this is a good thing you can get that heel palm and you can time it right. You can pop that ear at the same time you strike the head and do your cradle and crush. Same setup as they come in. Soft bow, right elbow cocked high, left hand grabs and strike. Okay, so let's do it from here. Step back, cradle and crush, soft bow to horse. Okay, from here, step back, cradle and crush, soft bow to horse. The D and final version, we're going to use drop of body weight this time for our soft bow stance. As they come in, they're pretty much on top of us. They've got their body over our legs already. So we're just going to do a elbow drop to the top of the spine as we try to grab the head to control it. And that's what we're trying to do when we grab the hair or wherever you can get head. If you can control that head, you can control their body. It's a lot easier that way. Okay, on D, grab, elbow drop. Okay, we're going to use drop of body weight to get that to work. 1, 2. Okay, from this angle. Step back and drop. Okay, again. Step back and drop. Okay, from here, grab up high, drop your body weight, elbow to the back of the spine. So we got tackle technique A. You step back with a hammer fist to the top of the spine. Tackle technique B, chop to the back of the neck. Tackle technique C, cradle and crush. Tackle technique D, grab and drop. Then from there we got grasping talon A, pin, hand up, in, come down, knee to face. B, pin, hand comes up, in, knee to face. Heel palm that elbow, shove it into their face as you pivot. Drop your left knee onto their shoulder. So I'm going to reverse this so it looks like this. Okay, this is up against the arm. This is on their shoulders. And if you want, you can push down further on the hand by pushing down on the wrist with the fingers pointed away. Okay, those are your next 2 techniques in lesson 3. That's grasping talon A, B, and C, or A and B. Tackle technique A, B, C, and D. Remember, as always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me and I will be happy to answer any that you have. Okay, good luck, and I can't wait to see you in lesson 4. All the best.